welcome back. Yes, Joshua Fila should be on top of the world right now because he's won another one for himself, and from one player to some other players that have distinguished themselves in playing Q sports. Let's go to the WST Snooker Player of the Year. It is Neil Robertson, and we're looking at some of those who were recognized. Ronnie O'Sullivan also recognized for calling the records of because the fans feel that they should, or the journalists rather, recognize him for what he's done. That's for. And also there's an Asian in the mix. Zhao Xintong received the Fans Player of the Year. As far as the fans are concerned, Zhao Xintong, I now see the reason why you are not the only person who feels that there is a catch-up being made from Asia.
Yes, I did tell you the Asians are coming up, the Chinese most especially. They are doing a lot of work to catch up with Europe, and that tells you that hard work pays anyway. Yes, Noel Robinson, if we just go down memory lane, he was the world champion in 2010. Currently, he's ranked 23 on the WST ranking. That's the World Snooker Tour ranking. Between 2013 and 2014, they said he was the first player to make 100 centuries in a single season. 100 centuries. 100, that means 100, 100. You can remember that in snooker, the points are accumulated. So the highest point you can get in a game is 147. Now, he was the first to hit above, to put above, or to get 100 points. You understand? 100 points in 100. That's 100 centuries. That means 100 points in 100 games. That's what it means. And that's an achievement, man, in one season. That means in every tournament he must have participated in 2013, 2014. He got 100 points.
Nothing less.
Nothing less. Yes. And Robertson, this time he was classified. He has been recognized by the journalists as the Pool Player of the Year, as you have said. The Snooker Player of the Year, as you have said. But one particular thing I want to mention right now is that in the 2022 World Championship, World Snooker Championship, even though he was beaten in the second round by Jack Lewinsky, he was beaten 13-12. He was the only player that achieved a maximum throughout the World Championship. He was the only player that achieved 147. And I think that is quite commendable. It shows some form of consistency, and it shows that Mother Luck was against him. That was it. That in a good day, he could have been the world champion. That is good. It's good. But the journalists, they all recognize his achievement and his input towards it. As far as I'm concerned, even I, as an analyst, I see every game, every player is contributing their own quota to the development of the sport. And Noel Robertson is playing his role effectively.
Fantastic, Joe. I think that's it for what the World Snooker Tour is availing, and the players, as well as the fact that the Asians, two of them, one is the Fan Player of the Year, another is the Rookie of the Year. So watch out for them. We told you so first on the show. So if they start dominating, and if perhaps some of them will be playing in the next one that we're talking about, that's the talk about the American Pool Association. Yeah, American Pool Players Association, that's APA. There is the World Championship that's going to hold in August. Thus, the countdown has started eventually, and of course, I know that by now some of the players Like some will, some of them will have to register at some later date, but I want to believe that some players will be eyeing the fact that they want to go to Las Vegas and be part of this big one. It's 2-in-1, 8-ball, 9-ball on offer at the APA World Championships.
Yes, APA is the largest community of pool players, amateur pool players you have in the world.
With the stamp of the World Guinness Book of Records.
Yes, and they have above 250. Yes, they have above 250,000 members in the American Pool Players Alliance. That's quite a sizable community. That's quite the thing. And something that's also peculiar about the American Pool Players Association. Just this weekend or just last week, they did hold the Players Championship. We had the opportunity to watch it online because it was streamed by Pool Dog, and pretty event, nice. The ambience of the venue, I think Matchroom is affecting quite a number of pool promoters because you see the ambience of the environment. It took place in the Westgate in Las Vegas, and it was good. It was pretty nice, pretty impressive. Nice matches. The players, even though they were amateur players, also showcased or put in their best in the event. I did watch the finals of the doubles, and it brought us another beautiful part of the game. The final of the doubles, Team Tequila played against Team Perfect Storm, and it was I won't call it a mixed event. Team Tequila was a mixed team, a woman and a man playing against two men. Team Tequila went on to win that particular event, and even surprisingly, as far as I was concerned, the lady was the best of all the four players. And that tells me something. It just tells me the beauty of the game. Since it's a non-contact sport, it's all a sport that has
mental state.
Your mental state, your ability
put it to test, the ability to think,
and you could see her leading her team, her opponent to victory. We even watched the classic, the 8-ball classic, the same thing that happened. But they have a peculiar kind of 9-ball pool. We are all used to the idea in 9-ball pool that the person who pots the 9th ball wins the game. But in APA, their 9-ball there's a twist to their own 9-ball. And I think the Snooker Pool Players Alliance we will begin to look at it. Because what we have seen locally here is that most players don't want to play 9-ball because of the claim that I can do all the work and my opponent will just sit down there and be given an opportunity to pot the 9-ball. The 9th ball or the 9-ball, not the 9th ball, the 9-ball. Exactly. And at the end of the day, he has won. So most players seem not to be very, very interested in it. They say they are not motivated to play because at the end of the day, it's a testimony of monkey walk, babu chop.
That's the term we use here.
In the American pool, 9-ball of APA, it's much different. It's point driven. That means they have 9 balls on the table, all ball 1 to 8. Anytime you pot the ball, you have 1 point. But if you pot the 9-ball, you have 9 points. So they give you a point target. The first person to meet the point target is the person that wins the game. It is no more a person that pots the 9-ball, right? It is similar to what we play here in Nigeria that we call highest potter. Okay. In the highest potter game, we actually play highest potter for 8-ball. Okay. But there's a similarity between the two of them. And I watched that 9-ball. I think it is something we will try to introduce here in Nigeria.
The ball is your court.
Offer our players an opportunity. You don't play that kind of point system at the professional level. At the professional level, it is more intense, and you know that APA is just for amateur play. And another peculiarity about the Players' Championship we also witnessed that the players are categorized. based on skill. Based on skill. And that's something we actually, I would let me confess right now, is that the Q Sports management system that the Snooker Players Alliance uses was fashioned, was developed with
that in mind.
Yeah, with the mind of what APA has. Yes, categorize players based on their skill level. Right now, I'm telling you, even in our own alliance here, we have only 8-ball pool. We have 2 players who are broken out of the leisure category. Because most players, as far as I'm concerned, based on our ranking system, we still classify most players as leisure players. Because there are quite a few players are trying their best to break out. But before you can break out to be classified as an amateur player, it goes beyond what we are doing currently. What's his name? Christopher Abiodun. Remember the last time he was here, he spoke to you, I watched the video. He did say, after going to Dubai, to go and watch those players in Dubai play, it just makes him realize that we are really not very, very serious here. We are not taking our game serious. And those are the same things we are trying to do right here. And the championship was a good one to watch. Congratulations to Bulldog. I would tell them, congratulations to Bulldog for wonderful coverage. Wonderful coverage. It was very exciting. It was pretty exciting watching it online. And congratulations to APA, the American Pool Players Alliance. We look forward to one day working with them. Yes, there's a dream for us to work with the SPPA. There's a dream to work with Matchroom. But remember that Matchroom is about professional.
Who knows?
And even Ultimate Pool. A lot of things to get from professionals too. Yes, Ultimate Pool is still the same thing about professional pool. The one that is closest to us, amateur for amateur, is APA. So I think it will be also good for us to reach out to APA to see how we can partner with them, see how we can tap from their experience at growing pool here in Nigeria and even in the African continent.
I think that's good. That's good. I wish you the best with the SPPA, and I hope that the next time you will be breaking news to us that things are looking up, and that's what we expect from you guys.
But it will be good because these are all because we have quite a number of events we are planning. I believe very soon we'll also explore ways of talking to APA, explore means of opening up some of their events to allow players from Nigeria also go and play in that area because everybody is amateur somehow. And so the gap, the skill gap won't be too wide. So we'll go and carry somebody like not Jesse Shaw, someone like Shaw Vaboin to come and play against maybe Wale or play against Christopher. Definitely. We know that it will be
what happened. Well, let's say and they will learn something. That's it. And of course, I must say it's good because I know that. I must say congratulations to you guys too also for putting up. The last event was your challenge series.
The challenge series,
and it was streamed live too.
But even right now, I can assure you, the challenge is picking up because right now you see more and more players are shouting, "Oh, we want to play the challenge series. We want to play the challenge series. Arrange the challenge series. I want to be part of it." And that is the beginning of the growth.
I think, like I said, I saw it while you guys were streaming it, and I must say kudos to you guys. And hopefully, Asen will work with you guys in the future to see how we will do more of the streaming to get the right eyeballs for you guys. So,
thank you.
Joe, thank you very much for joining me again. Always a pleasure to have you join me on the show. I don't know what I'll do without you, but I always want to appreciate you. That's it for this edition of this show, Q Sports on Asen Television. You can keep sending your feedback to us. Watch our social media platforms. All of them are there for you to see. So whatever you need to get us to know, please feel free. Till I come your way next time, I'm your host every time here, Jide Olaniran. See you some more.